female's opinion on a female-targeted product. My opinions. Oh boy. So I am talking about Magic for Her, a fundraiser for the Cyber Smile Foundation that was started almost a month ago, that has 4 days remaining and hasn't even hit its 50% mark yet. So I'm just going to give my opinions on this. I'm not going to speak for anyone else. I think that they executed this very poorly. Now, I understand it's for a good cause. It's for women that have been cyberbullied online, and I understand where they were going with this and what they wanted to actually do with this. But the way that they approached the situation that they really wanted to talk about, and what they were explaining that they were trying to raise for, was done in a really poor way. So, introducing Card Kingdom's Magic for Her, a real fake product marketed just for women. That's right, we haven't changed a thing in these 5 limited edition battle decks, aside from adding a touch of pink to their covers, of course. To learn more, no one cares at that point. After you've read that, you don't care. So they have a Magic Doggo pack, everything you need to play Commander with your pack. Check out this heckin' good bundle. They put a star in heckin'? What? Why? They have a Magic Cats pack, which indulge your inner cat lady with our cat bundle. Sorry, I don't need your cat pack to indulge in a cat. Like I said, I don't need your Magic Cat pack to enjoy a cat. Or a Karate Kid, because that's what she is. And a Meme Girls pack. Don't let your memes be dreams. Get our Meme Girls bundle today. Oh, believe me, I won't let my memes be dreams. I meme all the time on Twitter, and if you're not following me on Twitter, I've already talked about this once. Magic for Her battle decks, a Dynamite. Okay, I'll give you that. That's a pretty cool name. Black Death. Okay, Death is black. And Fightin' Fish. What's Fightin' Fish? You're like 5 years behind the meme curve, man. 5 years. Get with the jig. So, approaching this, I initially saw the video, and I instantly thought, wow, this is a really good joke. And it's not a joke. It's not a joke. So, a real fake product. So, this is a real product that they are actually selling, that they expect women to buy. And yes, it's hit 47%. I was gonna say 42, but then I realized it's 47. 47%. There's 4 days remaining, and they haven't even hit $5,000 of their $10,000 goal. Do you really think that this went too well? So, most fundraisers in this type of community, because we're a very opening community in the Magic the Gathering community, usually. I'm just gonna say usually. And if this had been a proper fundraiser, I think that this would have raised its goal within like 20 days, and then anything past that would be an extra little tidwink of donations. But they're not even going to reach 50% because they approached this so poorly. So my opinion as a female is this is kind of like insulting the people you're trying to target. So me as a woman, I feel kind of insulted that they'd make a product and put pink and sparkles on it because they think I'd buy it. I wouldn't buy it, and I didn't buy one. I should have like one right here, like, oh, but I did. No, I don't actually, because I wasn't. So I would have spent the money on it to be a funny joke, but I didn't even want to give them my money. I think that this is really insulting to their female base. Now, I understand it's a fundraiser for a good cause, but the way they worded a lot of it was very rude and even targeting. So they specified last year in the Magic community with the uprising of harassment. There wasn't an uprising of harassment. The way that they worded this whole thing was very foolish and very insulting. They're trying to get a woman to buy a product like this, and yeah, I guess, okay, if they had made it more like serious, I would actually have bought it. Even if it was just the packaging and just the deck, I don't care about that. It's just the way they approached it and the way that they held up themselves within their video. Even talking about the Lady Doritos thing. Are you trying to just make a fundraiser off of some of the most controversial things a person could say in a gaming community? Because this is how you do it. I understand they're raising it for a victim of cyberbullying and stuff. I've been cyberbullied. Why didn't I get any of this? Who does this specifically go to? Who are you specifically raising this for? Someone like Christine Sprinkle that has a voice in a community of millions of people? Only those people? Are you going to give Gabby Spartz money because she could say that she's been a victim of cyberbullying? And I'm not saying that she hasn't. I'm not saying that Christine Sprinkle hasn't, because honestly, I understand how harsh it is to be a female in these. But what about men? You're only raising it for women? Like, I understand, but men get bullied too. You know, men lose a lot more than women in divorces, and men lose custody of children very easy. Men lose their rights 5 times as easy as a woman would. So I understand it's Women's History Month and Women's Appreciation Month and all that, and I'm okay with this idea in raising for it, but you didn't specify a victim of cyberbullying and harassment and abuse online. Who is this going to go to? Do you just go out in the street and go, were you cyberbullied once online? And I go, yeah. Okay, well, here's $1,000. How does this work? You didn't explain where you're giving your money and where you're giving these fundraising profits. And I understand it's touched a tiny bit on their website, but they didn't specify. They're just like, oh, if you pay, you get a 50-minute counseling session and you can talk about your problems. But where does this money specifically go? And I know a lot of people are probably going to attack me and say, well, you should look it up. I'm not going to dig for it. The answer should be in the article. If you're asking me to donate my money, my answer that I have should be right here. I shouldn't have to go searching for it and looking for it and trying to dig and search to know where my money's going. So they made one comment, and that comment was, we were creating a product for women that women would understand using a process that is completely not like real science. I will link that down below the video and you can hear exactly what they said. But they are attempting to show us that anything that could be considered a gender trait, like the color being pink is feminine, is silly, and that gender identity is completely false. Let's recall the sentence that they used, saying using a process that's nothing like real science, trying to convince us through satire that people should really be genderless in behavior, and things that boys and girls like are simply created through society and not like through any biological differences or hormones. They make no sense. So they're making fun of the things that people enjoy. A boy might like pink, a girl might like black, but they are making fun of that, and that is called bullying, the very thing they are campaigning against. It's a shill. Don't let them fool you. That's my quick, probably 5-minute rant. I feel kind of insulted by this, and I did actually post this on Twitter when this whole thing first came out, because a lot of people were like, LOL, what the hell? And I think it's an LOL, what the hell situation. But I think that this would have been a great idea if they had approached it properly, and they didn't. So they are at 47% with $4,664 with 4 days remaining, and 186 50-minute counseling sessions for victims of cyberbullying, harassment, and abuse online.